Hello there, and welcome back to Gunpla with Dad. Today, as we watch this kit progress, I want to take a moment to reflect on the last build. The kit is finished, there's no tools in my hands, no instructions, no next step. And for a long moment, I just sit there looking at what was built. Somewhere along the way, we start to feel guilty for enjoying things. Not because anyone directly told us we should, but because life has a way of teaching it quietly. Responsibilities stack up. Bills, deadlines, people depending on you. And the message becomes clear. There's always something more important that you could or should be doing. When a moment of joy shows up, real enjoyment, it can feel undeserved, like rest has to be earned, like joy needs justification. You start asking yourself questions that don't really have answers. Shouldn't I be more productive right now? Is this a waste of everyone's time? Could I be doing something more useful? And even when you finally slow down, your mind doesn't. That pressure follows you to the table, but building reminds me of something I think we all forget from time to time. Sometimes you can do something for no reason other than enjoyment. My kits don't need to be built. No one is asking for it. It isn't required, nor does it benefit anyone other than myself. It doesn't solve a problem. It doesn't earn anything. It doesn't move a metric. It just exists because I wanted to build it. And that matters. There's a difference between rest and restoration. Rest is stopping. Restoration is refilling. When I build, it's without pressure, without an audience to perform for, because it fills something back up. It's not that I build to be productive. I build because it's peaceful. We live in a world that tries to monetize everything. Turn your hobby into a side hustle. Turn your passion into content. Turn every quiet moment into some form of output. If you're not careful, even the things you love start to feel like work. Deadlines creep in. Expectations follow behind. Suddenly, the thing that once gave you energy starts to drain it. But sitting here, admiring all of my finished builds, with no plans for fancy photos, no real next step, it reminds me that enjoyment doesn't need permission. It doesn't need to justify itself. And as a dad, that's something that I think about often. Because kids don't feel guilty about joy. They build, they play, and they create just because it feels good. Somewhere along the way, we learn to suppress that. We tell ourselves that joy can wait, that it's optional, that it comes after everything else has been handled. But everything is never truly, fully handled. There's always another email, another responsibility, another reason to postpone yourself. I don't think that's what we're meant to model. I don't want my kids growing up believing that adulthood is constant exhaustion. I don't want them to think that enjoyment is selfish, or that peace is something you only get once everything is perfect. I want them to see that taking care of yourself is part of taking care of others. That having something you enjoy doesn't take away from your responsibilities, it supports them. Because when you're constantly depleted, everything feels heavier. But when you have something that fills your tank, something quiet, intentional, grounding, you show up differently, more patient, more persistent, more human. And that's not indulgence, that's sustainability. So if you're tired, if you're burned out, if you feel like life has become a long list of obligations, I want you to really listen to what I'm about to say. You're allowed to enjoy this, whatever this is for you. You're allowed to sit with something that brings you peace. You're allowed to do something just because it feels good. You're allowed to have a corner of your life that isn't optimized, monetized, or justified. Joy is not selfish, it's fuel. You're allowed to have something that fills your tank. Gunpla with Dad. Build, reflect, repeat. And as always, thank you for watching.